Hi guys! Today I want to talk about all of my favorite rom-com books because I coined myself to be a very avid rom-com reader, and I want to talk about all of my favorites because it's almost Valentine's Day and I think that is the perfect time to read a really cute and really fun romance book that's also funny, that can keep you up, and that you can basically read in one sitting, which is the best kind of rom-com book in my opinion. So the very first author that I want to talk about is Sarah Adams. Every single book that she writes is a rom-com. They're all really happy and they're all so perfect to read around this time of year. I just read the first two books in the When in Rome series. The first book is called When in Rome and it's about this famous singer and she really wants to get away from Nashville. So she travels to a really small town called Rome, Tennessee, and her car breaks down and she ends up in front of the house of a local pie shop owner, and he is single, he's young, and he tries to go out and help her and fix her broken down car. I thought this one was really cute and it was funny, but my favorite was Practice Makes Perfect. This one is about the famous singer's bodyguard and the little sister of the mailman character in the first book, When in Rome. She is super shy. She owns the flower shop in town. The mailman character, he is super tough, has a lot of tattoos, but has a really good heart. And this one is definitely my favorite. I give it 4 stars. It was so cute. The last book in the series just came out and it's called Beg, Borrow, or Steal. I haven't read that one yet, but I've heard it's really cute. And of course, if it's in this series, I think it's gonna be really good. Another book that I've read by Sarah Adams that I absolutely love is called The Rule Book. And this one is a sports romance between a football player and his agent. So all these books are just really fun and they're hilarious. I think Sarah Adams is really funny whenever she's in her writing, and they're perfect to read around Valentine's Day. The other book that I have in my hand is called The Match. I have not read this book yet, but I know that it's about a girl that has epilepsy. She's a service animal and she runs a company and that also provides service animals for other people, and she really wants to help this man's daughter get a service animal. So I think this one sounds really cute too. But if you are in need of a really good rom-com author, Sarah Adams is your girl. They're only like around 300 pages, so they're super quick and can be read basically in one sitting. So another one of my favorite rom-com writers is Miss Lynn Painter. She also writes amazing romances. She is also an amazing person in general. I met her in person for the press tour of this book, Happily Never After, and she signed it, which is so cool. But the most perfect book to read on Valentine's Day is The Do-Over. This story follows a girl in high school, so it is a YA book, but she is going to school on Valentine's Day one day, and it is the most awful day ever. She goes to sleep that night after this terrible day and wakes up and it's Valentine's Day all over again and she has to relive it all over again. So it's basically like a Groundhog Day type book. And I thought that I would get bored with it and that I probably wouldn't like it. But that's not the case at all. I read this book and I thought it was super fun. And I got the cute sprayed edges, which makes it even better. So this is an adult novel by Lynn Painter, so there is a little bit more mature content in this, and there is a little bit more spice in it, but it's nothing crazy. Like, when I met Lynn Painter and she was talking about this book, she kind of said that she's not closed door spice, not open door, but like the door is cracked, which I think is probably perfect to describe her books. But this is about a girl who is going to get married and they hire an objector because she does not want to get married to this man because she found out that she was cheated on, and the objector objects the wedding, and so she ends up not having to marry him. And then she thought his job was really cool, and so she decided that she wants to be an objector as well. So they kind of go hand in hand together and object weddings. They hate romance, but obviously if they're spending all this time together, that something's probably gonna happen. So yeah, super cute. So another cute rom-com that I love is The Love Wager by Lynn Painter, and it's about these two people that have a one-night stand together, and then later on the girl gets on dating apps and she finds the guy that she had the one-night stand with, and they decide to make a wager to go on dates and then meet up afterwards, talk about their dates, and see who falls in love first. But obviously they're spending all this time together, so why wouldn't they fall in love with each other instead? But yeah, Lynn Painter is another amazing author. Every book that I read by her is amazing and would be perfect to read at this time of year. A rom-com author that I really love is Ali Hazelwood, and my favorite book by her is Love Theoretically. It's about this physicist, and she is trying to make it big, but she needs to make money on the side because she's not making much money currently, and by doing so, she fake dates people and they pay her so that way it looks like they have a girlfriend. And one of her best clients, his older brother, is another physicist that she works with that kind of ruined her life and ruined her mentor's life. So that adds to a lot of issues, but then she ends up having to spend more time with the older brother. So this one's really good. It's really funny and it's really cute. Another book that I love by Ali Hazelwood is Bride. This is kind of like a fantasy novel between a werewolf and a vampire, and she isn't like typical vampires because she's been living in the human world, but then her vampire father makes her go live with the werewolves to kind of create peace between them. And obviously they don't get along very well at first, but it ends up being a really fun romance. It's a little bit of fantasy, but it's a standalone, so you don't have to commit to a whole series with this. The last author that I want to talk about is Miss Lila Sage, and she writes really cute rom-coms that are cowboy romances. Now, when I first read the first book in the series, Done and Dusted, I wasn't obsessed and I didn't think I would finish the series, but then everyone was talking about it on TikTok and talking about how good the series was, so I decided to buy the second two and finish it, and I love them. So the first book is a brother's best friend romance. Swift and Saddled is about Ada and her boss who lives on the ranch. And the third book is Lost and Lassoed, and it is his little sister's best friend, and they've hated each other basically their whole life. Last book I believe comes out in April, so we will have the final book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series soon. But yeah, I hope you found a really cute rom-com to read this year that you can just read in one sitting, and it'll make the Valentine's Day season even more fun for you. Alright, bye!